ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Next continuation to the last class, that is the fourth level of organization, that is organ level of organization. That is the organ level of organization. If different kind of the tissues are aggregated to form a unit, then that unit is said to be as the organ. Organ means if different kind of tissues are aggregated to form a unit to carry out a specific body function more effectively, then that unit is said to be as the organ. Definitely different kind of the tissues which are present in our body, they may be aggregated to constitute a organ to carry out a specific body function more effectively. So that kind of the organs, if they may be formed, different kind of the organs in our body, if this each and every organ may be carry out a specific body function respectively, then that level of organization is said to be as the organ level of organization. Different kind of the tissues, if they may be aggregated to form a organ, if several type of the organs are formed in our body, if this several type of the organs can perform a specific body function, then that level of organization is said to be as the organ level of organization. For example, in the heart of the person, what kind of the tissues are present? Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue. Definitely these are the different kind of the tissues. This different kind of the tissues are aggregated to form the heart. Then this heart later involved in the pumping of the blood to the various parts of the body. So in that way, different kind of the organs are gets formed due to the aggregation of the different kind of the tissues in our body. They principally useful to carry out a specific body function. Like that way, if various organs, if they may be carry out various body functions, then that level of organization is said to be as the organ level of organization. Definitely organ level of organization is appears in platyhelminthes. In platyhelminthes, individuals are flatworms. These are simply called as the flatworms. This organ level of organization is appear. If the division of labor, if it is appears among the various organs, then that is said to be as the organ level of organization. Or body functions, if they are shared by the various organs, then that is said to be as the organ level of organization. Here also, to achieve the coordination among the various organ, well developed nerve cells and sensory cells were present in this kind of the organization. Definitely to achieve the coordination among the various organs, well developed nerve cells as well as the sensory cells are present in platyhelminthes individuals or in animals, which maybe shows the organ level of organization. This is the fourth. Fifth level of organization is the final level of organization. That is nothing but organ system. Organ system level of organization. Organ system level of organization. Definitely, what is the organ system level of organization means? If various organs are aggregated to carry out a specific body function overallly and more effectively, then that kind of the unit is said to be as the organ system. Definitely, certain type of the different organs which are present, they may be aggregated, they may be constitute a unit, a system to carry out a specific body function more effectively. That kind of the unit or system is said to be as the organ system. If various body functions are shared by various systems of our body, if division of labor is appears among the various systems of our body, then that kind of the organization is said to be as the organ system level of organization. Definitely, this is the highest level of organization. Organ system level of organization is the highest level of organization. Then what is the organ system level of organization means? If various kind of the body functions are shared by the various organ systems, then that is said to be as the organ system level of organization. Definitely, division of labor. If division of labor is appears among the various organ system, if body functions are shared among the various systems of our body, that kind of the organization is said to be as the organ system level of organization. This is the highest level of organization. Definitely here, well developed nervous system is present to achieve coordination and integration among the various systems while performing the specific body function for the sustaining of the life. Definitely, to achieve the high rate of the coordination, high rate of the integration among the various systems, definitely well developed nervous system is present in this kind of the individual. For example, when we are with the vigorous exercise, when our muscles are with vigorous exercise, during that heartbeat rate how to be increases, respiration rate how to be increases according to the vigorous exercise. Then only proper amount of the oxygen is supplied to the muscle, proper amount of the blood is supplied to the muscle, then only person may be more effectively complete the vigorous exercise. Means during the vigorous exercise, coordination, cooperation must be achieved between the muscle system and the respiratory system, between the muscle system and the circulatory system. So to achieve that kind of the coordination among the muscle system, among the respiratory system and circulatory system, what is the system which play a greater role means that is the nervous system. Nervous system is well in developed state in organ system level of organization for achieving the coordination among the various systems for sustaining of the individual more effectively. Again, how many kinds of organ systems are present in our body? How many kinds of the organ systems are present means 11 systems are present in organ system level of organization individual. Definitely, organ system level of organization is appears from platyhelminthes to chordata. Definitely, what is the platyhelminthes to chordata? Platyhelminthes, nematohelminthes, annelida, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, hemichordata, fishes, amphibia, reptile, aves, mammalia. In all this group, this organ system level of organization is very commonly appear. Platyhelminthes to chordata means platyhelminthes, nematoda, annelida, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, again hemichordata, again fishes, amphibia, again reptiles, again aves, again mammalia. So in all this, definitely various kind of the organ systems are present to carry out the various kind of the specific body function. Definitely you should remember, in platyhelminthes, both organ level of organization, organ system level of organization is present. In the case of the platyhelminthes, organ level of organization is appears as well as the organ system level of organization is also appear. So definitely all this kind of the individuals are collectively called as triploblastic animals. These are the triploblastic animal. Why we call they are the triploblastic animals means during the embryonic development in their body wall, 3 germinal layers, 3 embryonic layers are appears very clearly. Outer layer is said to be as the ectoderm. Middle layer is said to be as the mesoderm. Inner layer is said to be as the endoderm. Definitely in all this kind of the individual, during the embryonic development in their body, 3 germinal layers, 3 embryonic layers must be appear. Outermost embryonic layer is the ectoderm. Middle layer is said to be as the mesoderm. Inner layer is said to be as the endoderm. Like that way, 3 germinal layers are appears in the body wall of all this kind of the individual. So that only they are said to be as the triploblastic animals. Definitely in all these triploblastic animals, 11 systems are very commonly present. What are they means? One is the integumentary system, that is the body wall system. This is said to be as the body wall system. Second one is the digestive system. Third one is the respiratory system. Fourth one is the circulatory system. Fifth one is the excretory system. Sixth one is the muscle system. Seventh one is the skeletal system. Eighth one is the nervous system. Ninth one is the endocrine system. 10th one is the immune system. 11th one is the reproductive system. Definitely in all kind of the triploblastic individual, 11 systems are present compulsorily. Integumentary system, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, muscle system, skeletal system, nervous system, endocrine system, immune system, reproductive system. Though all kind of the systems are present in all triploblastic individual, their complexity is not same. Their pattern of development is variated from phylum to phylum. Definitely, though in all kind of the triploblastic animals, digestive system is present, this complexity of digestive system is not same in all kind of the triploblastic individual. Definitely, digestive system is present, but complexity of digestive system is variated from Platyhelminthes to Nematoda, Nematoda to Annelida. Similarly, circulatory system, though it is present in all kind of the triploblastic animal, the pattern of development of the circulatory system is also variated from phylum to phylum. In that way, this 11 systems which may be present in the triploblastic individuals must be shows variation in their pattern of development, in their complexity. For example, when we observe the digestive system, this digestive system are of two types. Definitely depending upon its developmental mode, this digestive system principally categorized into two types. One is the incomplete gut. Second one is the complete gut. Definitely in the case of the digestive system, this gut which is present, that may be complete or incomplete. Definitely, though in all kind of the triploblastic animal, digestive system is present, but pattern of the digestive system development is variated from phylum to phylum. So, for example, in few triploblastic animal, digestive system is with the incomplete gut. In few, that is with the complete gut. What is the incomplete gut? Means if elementary canal is with a single opening, if elementary canal is with a single opening, if it is acts as the mouth for ingestion of the food, if the same opening is acts as the anus for defecation, that kind of the gut is said to be as the incomplete gut. Definitely, if elementary canal is with a single opening, elementary canal is with a single opening, if it is acts as the mouth for ingestion of the food, if it is acts as the anus for egestion or defecation, then that kind of the gut is said to be as the incomplete gut or sac-like. This is said to be as the sac-like gut. Definitely, this single opening, if it is acts as the mouth for ingestion means intake of the food material, and acts as anus for egestion, that is nothing but defecation or expel. Definitely the single opening, if it is acts as the mouth for ingestion, acts as the anus for the defecation or egestion of the undigested food, then that kind of the gut is said to be as the incomplete gut or the sac-like gut. This is very clearly present in the platyhelminthes. In platyhelminthes individuals, this kind of the gut is present. Incomplete gut or the sac-like gut is present in the platyhelminthes. Second one is the complete gut or one-way gut. Complete gut or the one-way gut. What is the complete gut means? If in the elementary canal, mouth as well as anus are present, if in the elementary canal mouth as well as the anus are present, then that gut is said to be as the complete gut. This is said to be as the anus, this is the mouth. If in the case of the elementary canal, mouth is present anteriorly, anus is present posteriorly, then that kind of the gut is said to be as the complete gut. In this kind of the gut, food is entered into elementary canal through the mouth. Undigested food is eliminated to the out through the anus. In that way, in only one direction, this food is passes through the elementary canal. So that only that is said to be as the one-way gut. Definitely the complete gut, food is entered into the elementary canal through the mouth. Undigested food is expelled to the out through the anus. So that only this kind of the gut is said to be as the one-way gut. Means in this kind of the elementary canal, food is passes through elementary canal in only one direction, that is from anterior to posterior. So that only that is said to be as the one-way gut. This is present from nematoda to chordata. From nematoda to the chordata means nematoda, annelida, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, hemichordata, fishes, amphibia, reptile, aves, mammalia. In all this individual, from nematohelminthes or nematoda to the human, in all this elementary canal is with the mouth and anus separately. that kind of the gut is said to be as the complete gut. Similarly, when we observe the circulatory system pattern of development, circulatory system pattern of development is also variated in all kind of the triploblastic individual. Definitely in the case of the circulatory system pattern of development also, there is the variation from phylum to phylum depending upon the circulation of blood, depending upon the mode of the circulation of the blood. Circulatory systems principally categorized into two types. What are the two types of the circulatory systems which may be appears among the triploblastic individuals means? One is the open type of circulatory system is the first type of the pattern of circulatory system development. Second one is the closed type of circulatory system. What is the open type of the circulatory system? If blood is not circulated within the blood vessel, if blood is circulated within the body cavity, then that mode of circulation is said to be as the open type of the circulatory system. If the blood is circulated within the body cavity but not within the blood vessel, then that kind of the circulation is said to be as the open type of the circulation. That system is the open type of the circulatory system. If blood is circulated through body cavity. Body cavity is also called as the sinuses, but not through blood vessel, then that kind of the circulatory system is said to be as the open type of the circulatory system. Where in animals open type of the circulatory system is present means it is present in leeches of Annelida. In leeches of Annelida, in arthropods, in all kind of the arthropods, open type of the circulatory system is very common. In mollusca, in Echinodermata, in Hemichordata, in Urochordata. In Urochordata, these are also called as the ascidians. These are nothing but ascidians. In the case of the leeches of Annelida, in all kind of the arthropods, naturally, in annelids, closed type of the circulatory system is very common. But exception is that in leeches, though they are belongs to Annelida, they are with open type of the circulatory system. That is exception. Again, in arthropods, open type of the circulatory system is very common. In molluscans, in Echinodermata, in Hemichordata, in Urochordata such as the ascidians, this open type of the circulatory system is very commonly present. Next, Closed type of the circulatory system means if blood is circulated within the blood vessel, then that kind of the circulatory system is said to be as the closed type of the circulatory. Definitely closed type of the circulatory system is appears in annelida, in all kind of the annelids which is appears in cephalopoda of mollusca. Definitely, though in all kind of the molluscans, open type of the circulatory system is present, but exception is cephalopoda is one class in phylum Mollusca. Cephalopoda is the one class of phylum Mollusca. In cephalopoda of the mollusca, again closed type of the circulatory system is present. In cephalochordates, these are commonly called as the lancelets. Cephalochordates are commonly called as the lancelets. In them also, closed type of the circulatory system is appears. In the case of the fishes, in the case of amphibia, in the case of the reptiles, in the case of the aves, in the case of mammalia, in all of this, blood is circulated within the blood vessel with the pressure. That is said to be as the closed type of the circulatory system. This is very important in the NEET examination point of view. What are the animals which are with the open type of the circulatory system? What are the animals which are with the closed type of the circulatory system? Definitely you have to remember the examples for open type of the circulatory system and closed type of the circulatory system. So open type of the circulatory system is appears in leeches of annelida. Means though in all kind of the annelids closed type of the circulatory system is present, exception is that in leeches of annelida open type of the circulatory system is present. In arthropods, molluscans, echinodermata, hemichordata, urochordata or ascidian, open type of the circulatory system is present. In the annelids, means except leeches, in rest of annelids, closed type of the circulatory system is present. Cephalopoda is one class of phylum Mollusca. In cephalopods, this closed type of the circulatory system is present. Though in all kind of the molluscans, open type of the circulatory system is very common. Exception is that in cephalopoda of the mollusca, closed type of the circulatory system is very commonly present. Again in cephalochordate such as the lancelet, again in fishes, amphibia, reptile, aves and mammalia, definitely closed type of the circulatory system is very clearly present. Next to diploblastic organization and triploblastic organization. Next one is the diploblastic organization. Diploblastic organization and triploblastic organization. What is the meaning of the diploblastic organization? Means if in the body wall two embryonic layers are present, if in the body wall two embryonic layers such as the germinal layers are present, then that kind of the organization is said to be as the diploblastic organization. For example, in the case of the Cnidaria, in the case of the Ctenophora, in the case of the Ctenophora, in their body wall, definitely two germinal layers are present. Two germinal layers are present. Outermost layer is said to be as the ectoderm. This is said to be as the ectoderm. This is the outermost germinal layer, that is the embryonic layer. This is said to be as the endoderm, that is the innermost germinal layer. This is said to be as the innermost germinal layer, that is said to be as the endoderm. Between these two, between the ectoderm and endoderm, whatever the undifferentiated type of the tissue which is present, whatever the undifferentiated type of the tissue which is present between these two layers, that is said to be as the mesoglia. Between the ectoderm and endoderm, undifferentiated state of the tissue which is present, that kind of the undifferentiated state of the tissue is said to be as the mesoglia. Definitely in the further development, from the ectoderm, epidermis gets formed here like this. From the ectoderm, epidermis is formed in the further development. This is said to be as the epidermis. Again, in the further development, from the endoderm, gastrodermis gets formed or secreted. This is said to be as the gastrodermis. This is said to be as the gastrodermis. In that way, in the case of the Cnidarian's body wall, two germinal layers or embryonic layers are present. Outer one is said to be as the ectoderm, from which in the further development epidermis gets formed. Innermost layer is said to be as the endoderm, that is the innermost embryonic layer, from which in the further development gastrodermis gets formed here. In that way, if the two germinal layers are present in the body wall, then that organization is said to be as the diploblastic organization. That is said to be as the diploblastic organization. Again, between the two sides of the endoderm, cavity which is present, that cavity is said to be as the coelenteron cavity. This cavity is said to be as the coelenteron cavity or gastrovascular. Gastrovascular cavity. What is the meaning of the gastro? Means digestion. Vascular means circulation. This cavity is useful for digestion of the food material, and also it is useful for the transportation of the digested food material. If this kind of the cavity is useful for the digestion of the food, as well as if it is involved in the transportation of the digested food material, then that is said to be as the gastrovascular cavity. Definitely in all kind of the diploblastic individuals, radial symmetry. Radial symmetry is very commonly appear in all kind of the diploblastic organization. In all kind of the diploblastic individuals, definitely radial symmetry is very clearly appear. This is the diploblastic organization. Next to triploblastic organization. Next one is the triploblastic organization. Next one is the triploblastic organization. What is the triploblastic organization means? If in the body wall during the embryonic development, 3 germinal layers are appear. Outermost layer is said to be as the ectoderm. Middle layer is mesoderm. Inner layer is endoderm. Then that level of organization is said to be as the triploblastic organization. If in the body wall during the embryonic development, 3 embryonic layers, 3 germinal layers are present, that is the outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, inner endoderm, then that organization is said to be as the triploblastic organization. Because of due to the presence of the mesoderm, muscle development is taken place in the body, by that way they acquire high complexity. Because of due to the presence of the mesoderm, muscle development is taken place in the body, by that way they may be acquiring more complexity. Definitely this is appears from platyhelminthes to chordata. From platyhelminthes to the chordata, all these individuals are said to be as the triploblastic individual. Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and fishes, amphibia, reptile, aves, mammals are with 3 germinal layers in their body wall. So that only they are said to be as the triploblastic individual. Definitely in all kind of the triploblastic individuals, bilateral symmetry is appears. Bilateral symmetry is very commonly appears in all kind of the triploblastic individual. This is the triploblastic organization. In all triploblastic individuals, definitely this bilateral symmetry is very commonly